Hey everybody, I have looked at your posters and given you feedback. Know that the feedback this week is going to be entirely in the rubric. Posting feedback on the digital poster gets a little cumbersome and sometimes it's really hard to see. So all the feedback that has been provided is in the rubric. You guys did a really good job. The dissemination piece is going to happen this week. You're going to take that digital poster and be sure that it is posted in week 7 discussion board. Only one person in your group needs to do that. I realized this morning your classmate Stephanie emailed me and said, hey, not everybody in my group can open the discussion board. And I realized that the settings in the discussion board had to be updated. So everyone should be able to post an original thread now and begin the discussion and giving feedback on the posters. There are 4 groups that have posted posters, and each individual is going to give a critiquing of the posters that are not their own. So that means that each individual student will give feedback on 3 other posters. The feedback needs to be done as the timeline of a reply post, so just sometime before Sunday of this week. Be sure that your primary poster, somebody in your group, posts that digital poster before midweek. I think the instructions probably say Wednesday or Thursday. I don't care which day, just sometime midweek so everybody can have a chance to give you feedback. So you do need to just make sure that you've given critiques on 3 of the posters that are not your own. I want to mention just briefly the difference between critiquing something and criticizing something. Criticizing is typically not intended for development. It is focusing on details and are communicated in a way that's harsh and unforgiving, unkind, or maybe even disrespectfully. Critiquing, the entire purpose of critiquing someone's work is to offer not just positive feedback of, I think this works well, but also the critiquing, which is, have you considered doing this differently? Perhaps changing this would make your format or the information you're sharing more meaningful to your reader. Critiquing is intended to respectfully, collegially provide feedback and guidance to help someone make improvements. So I want you to be using a critiquing spirit when you look at the 3 posters from your other groups that are not your own, and be very thoughtful. You should be providing feedback on things that need to be improved. All of these posters were great. Everybody has room for improvement. So I don't expect to just see you spending your allotted words rubbing everybody's belly and scratching them behind the ear. Make sure that you're providing supportive developmental feedback along with the kindness and the compliments and the kudos. I think there's always value in the balance of both of those. So be sure that you're doing that. This week, the intent of week 7 really is to just wrap everything up. We want you to be looking at the other posters, thinking about the information that's provided, and hopefully you'll learn something more about other NURS sensitive indicators that you may be able to apply to your practice depending on where your practice setting is once you begin work. So be mindful of that. The other thing that you are required to do for 5% of your project grade is to complete a self-evaluation and a peer evaluation. And I have designed the questionnaire to be pretty straightforward. I need you to click a couple boxes and provide feedback. I want you to be very thoughtful and honest about your group experience and provide feedback to me if there was any concerns that I need to address before I finalize grades and post everything for your course. And the last piece of feedback is your course evaluation. You're not given any academic credit for this, but as a professional practice, it's always a professionally responsible behavior to give feedback. My hope is that as you've gone through this course, if there has been issues with the course or concerns about my performance in the course and meeting your educational needs, that you felt comfortable communicating that to me prior to the end of a course. If there are things that are valuable as a summary statement or things you want to make sure that are communicated to administration as well as myself, then please add those additionally to the course evaluation. Whatever your experience is, I value that feedback. I do want you to complete the course evaluation, and I think as a mindset, we need to be in the mindset of providing positive feedback as well as critiquing that helps grow something or make improvements. So this is the this is your opportunity to do that in a meaningful way. This will be my last feedback video. I have found that after the last assignment is submitted in a course, nobody wants to see my lovely face again. So this is wrapping up the videos from my office guest bedroom. I'm sorry, Madeline and Gracie are not here to say goodbye to you. They're outside, I'm sure, tearing up something. Know that I'm here. If you have questions or concerns as you wrap up the course, please reach out and let me know how I can help give you guidance and feedback. It has been my pleasure to teach this course with you. It's been kind of fun for me to be able to see you in the mental health course, but then also have you twice and be able to work with many of you here in the research course. That has been a delight for me, so I appreciate you tolerating having to see me twice a week. I will miss you in this part of the course, but look forward to seeing you in the classroom and wish you all well. Y'all take care.